My name is Susan Tolles, and I am an expert in midlife reinventions. My passion is to help women transform their lives from frazzled and flat to focused and fulfilled. And I do that as a certified dream coach, a professional speaker, and the founder of Flourish Over 50. But not too long ago, I was frazzled, flat, and very fearful. I was an over 50 empty nester. I'd been at home for 24 years raising my kids, and they were gone. So I was no longer needed as a mom. I had just resigned as a school board president. I had been in that role for 9 years. So that identity was behind me. My mother had been living close by, had been in very poor health, and she had just passed away. So I was no longer needed as a caregiver. And in my previous life, I had been a banker, I'd been in finance, and the thought of going back to that made my heart sink. I did not want to do that. So it hit me like a ton of bricks. Who was I, and what was I going to do with the rest of my life? I had no identity. I was gripped by fear. But what I did was I conquered those fears. I stepped out of my comfort zone, took a big leap of faith, and created Flourish Over 50. And today, I have this amazing life that I never dreamed of having, all because I have embraced my gifts, I've claimed my life purpose, and I am enjoying life more than I ever have before. I never thought that life after 50 could be this great. And what I'm doing now is helping other women enjoy the same thing by helping them find focus with the 5 steps that I want to share with you today. The first thing about focus is the F. Fill your own cup first. And for women, this is really the hardest thing that we do because we don't do it very well. We put everyone else first on the list. We make sure that everyone's well taken care of, everyone's happy and healthy and well fed. And then when it comes to us, we're depleted. We're totally exhausted. You can't give away what you don't have. So you must nourish your own mind, body, and spirit every day. Fill your cup to overflowing, and then take care of others with what comes over to the saucer. The O of focus is to optimize your life around the things that bring you success and happiness. Each one of you were created with a unique set of gifts and skills, and then there were some that you don't have. So focus on the things that you have and do them very well. Don't spend a lot of time on the things that you don't really want to do. Focus your life on the things that bring you happiness and let someone else take care of the other things. The C of focus is to conquer your fears. Too many people are living in fear. They're afraid to take that big leap of faith. They're afraid to step out and do something new. And it stops them dead in their tracks. What are you doing now that's holding you back from living the life that you really want to live? What are the fears that are holding you back? Imagine, instead of the worst case scenario, imagine the best case scenario. And think about that. And then think, am I really willing to forego that best case scenario because I have a few insecurities? Use your fear as a strategy for change and start living a fearless life. The U of focus is to unleash the power of saying no. And again, as women, we don't do that word. We don't know that word. We think we have to be manager of the universe, and that if we don't do it, it won't get done. And certainly not as well as we could do it. So we have to know that we have choices in things, not obligations. There are things that we can choose to do, and there are things that other people can do as well, believe it or not. We have to say no and open up the space in our lives for the things that we want to say yes to. If we're filling it up with all the no things that we don't want to do, there's no room for the yes. And also, it's a gift to someone else who wants to say yes. Someone else who wants to do that thing. Give them that gift by saying no. The S of focus is to say, I'm done, to perfectionism. Perfectionism is a global problem with women and men too. It can be a good thing because it makes us want to do well, to achieve more, and to create great work. But when it becomes an obsession, it can cause self-doubt and fear, and it feeds our procrastination. So accept good is good enough. Set yourself at human standards. Everybody else in this room is human, just like you. So accept good is good enough and let go. Good is good enough. Don't try to be Superwoman. She doesn't exist. So if you will just follow these 5 steps, the focus steps, then you too can transform your own life from frazzled and flat to focused and fulfilled. And I appreciate your attention today, and thank you for letting me be here.